Hi, welcome to the Market Alert for Friday, the 6th of December 2019. Futures jump on, you guessed it, increased hope of trade deal. Trade deal on, trade deal off, etc, etc. This is something we've seen for months and is going to be used going forward an awful lot as well. So, this is why the markets are being brought back to the upside. And if we start off with the Dow for yesterday, we can see that again we have a bit more short covering as stops are taken out off the short side and prices moving higher. Now today's an important day because we've got major news, as you will see here. This is the one. We've got the non-farm payroll unemployment change figures out at 1:30. They're forecast at 181,000, the previous 128,000. This is a big call, and if the market doesn't hit this figure, then likely to see a bit of a shakeout before returning the market back to the upside. That has been the pattern for the last 10 years or more. So don't be in the market at 1:30 and keep this in mind around this time, just to have a look and see what the market thinks of the figures when they are released. It will be an interesting one. It's like I say, it's a big call. That is 181,000 from 128. So yesterday the market dragged this over. The market traded lower from the open, trading straight through the 200 bar moving average. We can see the selling. The selling continued until we got just below the DP level, and then we see the volume lighten up. We also see the market being tested, and then we get the obligatory retracements all the way back to the DP level. And then this is what's used as the launching pad to send the market back to the upside, up to the 200 bar MA, 200 moving average. News item here, this is probably when Pelosi said she was going to move forward with impeaching Trump. Shakeout there of 60 odd points, and then the market moved to regain the 200 MA. The market then sat around this like a magnet, and then as we got to midnight and we roll over, we can see the 200 MA giving support to the market once more. And then again, news item earlier on this morning, we see the market moving just under 70 points higher. We've got some selling coming in at the moment, and the market now becoming sideways there as we wait for the start of the European markets, just to get some sort of direction for this market. But the key thing here and the important thing is going to be the non-farm payroll figures out at 1:30. Meanwhile, the implied volatility is also indicating that we could see a further up move as the implied is dropped from yesterday down slightly. However, always keep in mind that we are still above the 20 bar moving average in the implied, and also below in prices as well, which means like a situation over here where we've got the implied volatility moving higher, and then as it moves back we then get another shakeout and we see it increase again, and the same here as well. So even though it is moving back, it doesn't mean to say that it will actually go back below the 20 bar moving average, unless of course the non-farm payroll figures come out at 250,000, and that will send the market into the stratosphere and back to the all-time highs. Whilst we're here, we've got Deutsche Bank, which is not really doing a lot at the moment. You can see it's still below the 200 MA and bouncing off the $7 share mark there. Like I said before, still think this is having its liquidity funded by the repo market from the New York Fed at this time. Otherwise this would have moved lower, having sold off 50 billion of its debt to Goldman Sachs. And then finally in Bitcoin, we can see the market quiet after Wednesday's spike. As I said before, if you take this out of the equation, the market remains sideways, which we can see there, and the same in the 4 hour for yesterday. And as we come down the time frames, you can see a bit more activity as prices bounce off the 200 MA We've got $100 here, $150 to the blue line, and then back at $100. So very quiet there for the market at the moment. And then overnight, just trading in a range of $100 at the moment. So still very quiet. Okay, that will do it for this one. Keep an eye on those unemployment figures out at 1:30. It's going to be an interesting one given this very optimistic figure of 181,000. So let's see what happens and what the market reaction is to it thereafter. Okay, that's it for this one. Have a great weekend. If there is anything to report, I will let you know. But otherwise, as ever, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.